did it?
Meth and weed. Mainly meth.
Methamphetamines, it's an upper drug. Makes you want to get up and go. I mean, I'd always been prescribed aRowe and stuff, so uppers were kind of my thing. I started when I was 19, off and on. I quit when I was about 21, and then started up till last year again. My ex and I started partying together, and we decided to get a sack of dope one night, and it kind of escalated, and he started selling it, and yeah, then I had it at my fingertips all the time, so it was kind of hard to quit. I left my boyfriend, and he got a hold of me about a week later and said that he started shooting dope, and it was my fault. If I wouldn't have left him, he would never started shooting dope. So I got back with him, and I don't know, about a week later, I started doing it too. I started out snorting it, and then I started smoking it, and then I started shooting it. So within a year, I went from smelling to smoking to shooting. There's all different kinds of highs from it. If you're smoking it or snorting it, shooting it, boofing it, it's like taking it like an enema. I've never done it, but I shot it, so it's really hard to explain. It's like complete total euphoria, really. Like your heart stops for a minute, and then you just feel, I don't know, invincible for 15 minutes. You don't get the rush from snorting it or smoking it. It's like a shot of adrenaline straight to your heart, probably. Like you're hinky and moving around a lot. I look like Gumby, looking for Pokey. Last year, before I started doing it again, I probably weighed 180, almost 200 pounds. When I went to rehab in August, I weighed 120. When I'd shoot it, I wouldn't eat for days and days. I wouldn't eat for like a week. I wouldn't drink nothing either. I wouldn't eat or drink or nothing. I'd hallucinate from being up so long. Like, I'd be in my house, but if I went down to the basement, I would think I was in a whole nother house. Like, I wouldn't even think I was in my house. I thought the basement and the ground floor were two different houses. I would trip, hallucinate from being up so long. I get sick all the time. If I cut my finger, it takes me forever for it to heal, because I just have I'm falling apart. It makes you really manipulative, and you basically lose your whole life and your family and your job and everything you ever worked for. I got fired from my job. My air conditioner broke in my house in March. My heater broke in May. The engine in my car blew, and I just quit working. I quit leaving my house, and I would just, get weed and get dope when I could. I just get it when I could, which was all the time, because lots of people are homeless, and I had a house. So people would pay me in meth for rent. When I started shooting it, I became very selfish and manipulative, and would steal from anybody that was around me. From my ex, I stole from my parents. A lot. I stole jewelry from my dad's office. I stole dope from my ex all the time.
Going to rehab on Saturday.
Whereabouts?
Wichita, Women's Recovery Center.
Wow, super. Saturday?
Yeah.
So you check in Saturday morning?
I'm supposed to go for a drug assessment Saturday. And then, I don't know, because I don't have any kind of income or insurance, so I really talked to Mom and Dad about it. Mom was supposed to take me, but I guess she has the funeral. Friday.
Yeah.
When's she coming back?
We're not sure if we're coming back Friday night or Saturday.
Oh, well.
It's kind of up with them. They're going with us, but we're just going to leave it up to them when they want to come back. So.
Oh, they come back Friday.
I don't know. I imagine Friday night, but I don't know. haven't asked her when they.
But she told me she was gonna take me shopping on Saturday, and she's like, well, I have to go to the funeral. I was like, oh, okay. I get this home video in my head. Like every awesome high I've ever had in my life, usually starting with the last high I've ever had. My heart starts beating out my chest, I start sweating, and I panic, and then I usually go relapse. It's like, I call it junkie limbo. It's like the most uncomfortable feeling ever. You want to throw up, but you can't throw up. You want to sleep, but you can't because you're not that tired. You can't eat. I lay around and whine all day. After every 2 weeks of being clean, it would, I guess it's jonesing. It happens if I'm not preoccupied with anything. I have to be around people. I have to be talking to people. I have to have activities. If I'm any minute alone, I want to relapse. It's almost too good of a feeling when I haven't had any in forever and I need some. I don't like to wait around to, like, if I know I'm getting some, I like to get it immediately. I don't like to wait, and then as soon as I get it, I'll mix it up, and I'll go do it immediately, and then I'll leave whoever's at my house, and I'll go to my room, and I'll just sit in there for like 20 minutes so nobody fucks up my high. Not cuz. But I'm not as used to getting high, so when I get a shot, it's sometimes I can't handle it. Like, I've thrown up from doing a shot. Like, in 2 weeks, if I don't do any in 2 weeks and I do a shot, more than likely I'll throw up from it because I do too much.
Too much at once? So.
Yeah. Like, usually I do 30 cc, 30 units. I don't know, the 10 minutes before my mom came and got me for treatment, the first time I did 80 units, I threw up your car, and I was fucked up, like, the moment I got to treatment. And I hadn't done any dope in 3 days. So it's not a very good gap. But the first time I went to treatment, it was basically a rat race between my mom and the dope man. I didn't really want to get, I wanted to get help, but what I really just wanted was, you know, it was really, if my mom gets here before the dope man gets here, I'll go to treatment.
How many times have you tried to quit?
5. I wasn't really ready to quit. I just was tired of living the way I was living. So I thought if I went to treatment for a little while, I would maybe get my shit back together and then I could start doing it again. Usually, if you give me any kind of alone time or any thoughts to myself, it's the first thing I think about. The first thing that pops to my head. I've been living with a friend and I've been with her all the time, so I haven't thought about using hardly at all. When I was in treatment, I thought about it every single day, but it's like, let's put a bunch of addicts together and talk about it, you know? It wasn't a good environment for me, and I actually asked one of my old drug dealers to throw me a sack of dope in the parking lot and I'd come get it while I was in treatment. That's the first time I'd been to rehab, like inpatient rehab. Couldn't handle it. It was in my hometown, so I knew a lot of people that were in there. It was easy. It was easy for me to just run if I wanted to. There's no fence. I know every square inch of this town. I know people. I was there. We do groups in the mornings, and basically you talk about why you're an addict and what led you to be an addict. It was basically people talking about it. Like, this one guy said that this was his 13th treatment center that he'd been to, and he was 45, and like subconsciously in the back of my head I think of, oh well, I have 12 more tries at this, you know? Like, it's not, oh well, he finally did it. It's, I can fuck up some more. There was people in there who just smoked it or just snorted it or had just gotten on probation or something, like court appointed. Like, I don't want people that I'm in rehab with only there because the law is making them be there. They're really hard to be around and legit try to quit because they're not trying to quit. They're just there. I went voluntarily. Once I got there, I really did. I didn't want to use anymore. I didn't like the people that I was around. I didn't like the person I'd become. I really just wanted to get reintegrated somewhere else. And I know they say, oh, you know, you'll find the same people anywhere you go. But I didn't like the people that I was around. I just wanted to be somewhere that nobody, you know, knew my past. Because if people have even a glimpse of your life, then they, I don't know, I just wanted nobody to know me.
How do you get away from the friends who generally bring you back to that particular drug?
When I first started to want to quit, I didn't. I thought that I could be friends with them and not do dope. Because I had good friends. They were fun to be around. But, and I'm really bad at letting people go. Like, if I have a friendship or a relationship with you, I don't like to... I like to keep people in my life forever. I'm a people collector. And so, so this time, I changed my number. I deleted my Facebook, got a new one. I started hanging out with my friend Tristan, who I live with right now, and she's been really good at keeping me preoccupied and not wanting to see my old friends. I started talking to some of my friends from Wichita again. That I got back on Twitter. I found my old friends. Freaked all my friends out this year. Like, I hadn't seen a lot of them, and when I did see them finally, and they asked me about everything and asked me, you know, and I told them I was using needles or whatever, it freaked them out, like, for your face. Like, I don't know, after that, it got kind of weird hanging out with them. Like, they would always ask, are you high right now? Are you high? Because you used to them? Like, I don't hide it, because, eventually they're gonna, I mean, if they're gonna be something in my life, eventually they're gonna have to know about it. And this is a small enough town that most people know about it. It scares a lot of people away. It's kind of like saying, hey, how you doing? I have 2 kids. Oh, okay, bye. I was an IV drug user. Okay, bye. It's been hard to make me friends or anything. People have been really judgmental.
Should they?
I mean, that's a toughie. I guess I would judge people if I didn't do it and someone told me they did. I'd probably be the same way. I'm not saying they should be, but open-mindedness is kind of a new thing for people. With other friends, I lost them years ago, well, last year and almost 2 years ago when I started doing all this. I'm gonna start over, find new friends, even old ones that didn't do drugs, and just walk away from that, start fresh. My dad and I got into a fight yesterday about I'm going to rehab Saturday, and I was going to give my friend gas money so she could take me, and he accused me of going and said I was going to go buy drugs with it. And we got into a huge fight, and he told me that I was dead to him, and I said the same thing to him, and now we don't talk. It was pretty ugly. He's always favored my brother. My brother's been told he was going to be a lawyer since he was a kid. And he went to law school. And my dad just always kind of told me, Mitch, you probably should just marry rich. So I never really did anything with my life. My dad and I get along. We laugh and stuff, but no, not really.
Does he support your rehab?
The first one he did, but now he doesn't take me seriously. So now he just thinks it's an excuse to make good with them again, so I can fuck them over again. Which this time it actually isn't. I'm not gonna say that the last one wasn't. Kinda was. And that's why I don't want to be who I was then again, because I was pretty. I mean, I was going to rehab so I could get in good graces again, and then had plans on starting up using again.
If you had to earn back trust or be clean, which one would you pick?
Be clean. Because I guess those go hand in hand, right? I can't earn trust if I'm not clean. But honestly, I'd much rather just be clean, because if I'm not going to earn trust for anyone new in my life.
Do you think the drug controls you?
Oh, yeah. It did. Definitely. When I was on it, I didn't think so. I thought that it changed everybody around me, but I stayed the same. Like, it changed everybody. It changed my ex. It changed all my friends. Y'all are different. I'm the same on it or off of it, and I wasn't. I didn't leave my house for like a year. That's normal. I want to say I wouldn't ever do it, but I learned a lot of shit. Like, I never got the chance to make mistakes when I was in high school because my dad kind of didn't let me out. So I learned a lot of lessons doing it, and I'd probably do it the same exact way. Maybe not. I don't know, I probably wouldn't have dated my ex. A glutton, the punishment. I tend to do things that are wrong and know they're wrong and do them anyways. I don't know. I'm afraid that I'm never going to be happy anyways. Like, probably my entire life, if I start feeling happy, or if I'm in a good relationship or life's going good, I tend to fuck it up because it's gonna get fucked up anyways. Like, if I'm gonna have my parade rained on, I might as well do it myself. So I never let myself be fully happy because I feel like someone's gonna ruin it. So, and when I get depressed, I tend to be really self-destructive. I'm self-destructive. Here we go.
How do you end up relapsing?
I was in treatment for 17 days, and I ran away from treatment, like, literally. A pair of Nike Shocks, a cigarette in my hand, while my counselor's chasing me down the street in a Taurus. And 17 days clean. 3 days later, I hooked up with my old tattoo artist and did a shot with him. And then I moved to Howard, Kansas for about 2 weeks. And he kicked me out because he was stealing the old man's pills to buy dope with, trading for meth. And I got blamed for it until I moved to Gita Springs. And when I moved to Gita Springs, I wanted to quit. Really quit. Like, I took my last needle and threw it off the side of a bridge. That was my moment of, I'm gonna quit. But 2 weeks later, I had to get out there and get high. I did that for 3 months. Every 2 or 3 weeks, I'd like a relapse, and I'd come home. And I would think that I was only gone for a weekend, but in actuality, I got high and was gone for 5 or 6 days. When you're high, you don't realize how long you've been out of reality.
Like,
I was coming down like 3 days before Christmas, and I was at the house that I relapsed at, and they were in Wichita with their kids at the hospital. I was supposed to watch their house, and I'm sitting at this house in this trailer. It's all messed up. There's like no food, hard, like the heater don't work, and it's like 3 days before Christmas, and my parents aren't talking to me, and I've blown everybody off that I was supposed to, go see. And I don't know, I got really depressed. I didn't want to spend Christmas with nobody. I didn't want to spend Christmas alone.
was that rock bottom different than your others?
Yeah, that one was, it was way different. My first rock bottom of the year was, it was mainly my friends were mad at me, and I didn't have no money for dope, and I just thought the world hated me. And this rock bottom was, my family has let me know what is up, and I don't have any friends, and I need to get my shit together, or I pretty much knew this was my last chance.
Do you think you'll ever quit for good?
Yeah, I think so. I'm a habitual marijuana smoker. And honestly, that helps me a lot. I don't even think about doing meth. I hate calling it meth.
What do you call it?
Dope. I should call it dope. Meth is such an ugly word.
Most dangerous drug in America?
Yeah, it is. A few nights ago, I was around it. I kept a clean rig after I moved in with my friend, and I gave it to somebody the other night because they didn't have one, and they had dope for me, and I just gave them my rig, and I didn't use. I think meth is the devil. It's white devil because the movie got it. It's the devil. It will take everything from you. If you have kids, you won't have your kids no more. If you got a house and a job, you won't have those no more. If you have a car, you won't have that no more. If you got family, you won't have that no more. It takes everything from you. I've seen it happen over and over again. Like, if you have any doubts of wanting to still get high, like, because if you're jonesing or, you don't have none, you might get to that point where I just want to quit. That in a few days when you don't feel like that anymore, you're going to change your mind. You have to really want to quit. Like, you're rock bottom. And I hit rock bottom a lot this year. Sometimes it bottomed out on me. Yeah, you have to do it for yourself, and you have to want to quit. Because if you have any kind of doubt of, well, I might want to get high someday again, then you're not ready. You have to be ready. You have to want it for yourself. If you're out there trying to get clean for your parents or your significant other or your grandparents or anybody, it's not going to work. Because you're the one with the problem, not them. There's no cure. There's just, you have hard work, you have to work at it. It works if you work it. Willpower. It's not easy. Really happy at where I'm at right now. I'm ready to get into rehab and, kind of learn about why I am the way I am, because I didn't stay very long at my first rehab to figure that out. And then I just want to get a job and get my life back together and have all the things I had before. Like a house and a car and a job and a dog. And food. Because I don't have any of that right now.
Have you lost anyone to who was using the drug because of the drug?
Actually, I have one of my friends is in ICU in Wichita right now. We call it one bad shot, and it can either kill you or put you in la la land for the rest of your life. We're not really sure if hers is because of the drug or she could have used a needle that wasn't clean. I mean, that's as bad as I've never had anyone that I know personally die from it or anything, but I watch people's lives fall apart every day.
Including yours?
Yeah. I got friends living in hotel rooms with their kids. Like, not like motel rooms. It's not nice, you know. Don't have a house. Don't have shoes on their kids' feet. Just trying to hustle. It's not a life you want to live. Unless you have Wi-Fi. Wi-Fi warrior, right? Is system. My name is Amancha. I'm 24 and I'm trying to quit meth.
A good night, my little darling. The moon is on the rise. She painted pictures in my mind of all the places she'd been. And now I'm running out of space, and my time grows thin. But then again, I lost it all and I got it back. The words burned into my eyes. All in all is all I lack to sing you sunrise lullabies. Wake up, my little darling. I'm leaving on the morning train. And if a time was all that I lost, then to me it's all the same. And I can't complain 'cause I lost it all, but I got it back. The words burned into my eyes. All in all is all I lack to sing you songs.